Well, welcome everybody today to the Undergraduate Research Council's Brown Bag Luncheon. I hope everybody has food and is dry. It's rainy outside and you'll probably hear some thunder. I know that internet's going to be an issue for some people, so this will be recorded and put in our archives for anybody who needs it or just wants to view it again. Today, we have a special guest. Jeremy Hardin from the new Media Center is here to talk to us about how to do PowerPoints, posters, videos, not just for the symposium, but for everything we do now that our lives are totally online. And I doubt it's going to go back the way it was before. We'll all have to be knowing how to do this. So I'm going to turn off my camera and mic and let Jeremy do his thing. I really appreciate you coming in on this rainy day and helping us out.
No problem. Like she said, my name is Jeremy, and I am the instructional technology specialist here at the New Media Center. I provide a lot of our workshops here, from poster creation to Adobe Premiere to Audition. Any type of media workshop, I pretty much help out with. Today I'm going to go over a little bit about poster presentations. So I know this is based solely on a symposium, but we do have other services as well that I'll go over later. One good resource that I recommend for students or whoever is entering the symposium is to use posterpresentations.com. It's a great site in order to get templates for your posters. So say that you're creating your poster and maybe you don't have that creative side to you where you can line up things and design it. This site right here will help you so much when you're wanting to create one. So all you just have to do is go to postercreation.com and you'll click on research posters templates right here, and it gives you a bunch of options that you can use to design your posters. Now, I know that this year is digital, so you may not want to print your poster, but we do have services where we can print out your poster for you. So once you design it, or if you need help designing it, feel free to come to see us as well. So it's pretty simple. In order to get one of these posters, you just scroll to see one that you like, and then you can click on it. Then it'll pretty much just give you different instructions on how you can edit it. And if that just shows you the instructions, but if you want to download it, you can click on the size you want. Now there's different sizes here. I will let you know that we can only go up to 44 inches width, and then however long you want if you're wanting to print it. So I recommend the 36 by 48, which is what most of the graduate symposium use. So all you have to do is just click on it, and then you just save it where you want. I'll just put mine on the desktop, and it downloads it for you. So once you have that downloaded, it's pretty simple to edit. You just double click on it, and it's just like any other PowerPoint. And let that load for a second. So it's pretty easy to edit these templates. Like you have before, you can edit your title, do the text however you want. So let's say I'm presenting on how to present. You can simply do your text, involve your co-authors. The best thing I love about these templates is that it basically shows you where to put everything. So if you have your introduction or abstract, you can put it here. You can put your objectives here. If you have any pictures, it allows you to do that as well. One key thing I love about PowerPoint is that, let's say that, I know they've gone online as far as the presentation of posters. So you can even record within PowerPoint. So let's say that we have designed our poster and we want to record on top of it. We can click on slideshow and then we can record a slideshow. So this right here, it allows you to record it, and I probably need to swap displays so you can see it from my view. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So it pretty much just allows you to record it. It does have like a stop feature. So what it does now is sort of records my voice. If you want, you can add video as well. So if you want to do that, that's perfectly fine as well. So we also have different resources here at the New Media Center that you can take advantage of. We have a lot of equipment that you can check out. So if you wanted to do like a video, you can do that by going to our website and filling out our form. You see, if you go to valdosta.edu/media, it'll take you directly to our website. And let's say that you wanted to check out a camera and tripod, just go down to forms, and then you'll click on our NMC bar agreement. One cool thing that the pandemic has allowed us to do is allowed us to check out our equipment for longer times. So before we had a 2-day checkout. If you were to get it on Thursday, you could get it till Monday. But now we have changed that. So if you want equipment, you can get it up for a week. So if you're interested in getting our laptops, cameras, microphones, we have lighting kits, we have DSLR cameras, all of those sorts of things. So if you need any type of equipment to assist you with your projects or whatever you're doing for your class, you can just fill out this form. It allows you to choose what day you want to bring it in or want to come pick up. All you do is wait for you to be approved, and you can come pick it up from us. So it's pretty simple. As long as we have the equipment and there's no late fees or anything on your account, we'll go ahead and approve it. And then once you get that email, you can come at the time you said. So we'll go back to PowerPoint. Give me just a second. Just to go over a little bit more features, which most of them are pretty simple. Let's say that you did have this PowerPoint and say you just wanted it a little smaller. So we do have a standard poster which can be laminated, which is 22 by 34. And if you want to change this from 36 by 48 to that size, you can actually change it here. So if you click on our design tab and then go to slide size and then page setup, you can put in what size you want it. So right now it's 36 by 48, but like we said, we have a standard 22 by 34. So we'll do 34 by 22. And then it'll ask you if you want to scale it or don't scale. So when it asks you that, it's pretty asking you, do you want to shrink this poster down or are you blowing it up? So since our poster is bigger, before we scale it, we want to scale it down. So we'll click on scale. That way it keeps all of the parts the way it's presented already. So we can click on scale. And now it looks the same. However, if you click here, it's 22 by 34 instead of 36 by 48. So that's for if you want to print with us on our standard poster. Again, we can print your 36 by 48. However, we cannot laminate. We can only laminate up to 22 inches. So if you want to print with us, you can do it that way. Now, going back to designing your poster, it's always good to, make sure everything's lined up, of course. Pretty simple. If you want to add pictures, you can click on insert and then pictures. So if you had pictures to support your thesis, you can just click on them there. And once they're like uploaded on your computer, you can just insert them in and control the size. Do we have any questions so far before I go forward?
All right, I actually have a question on this.
Yes.
If you're using this form, um,
Hmm.
I know that you can only laminate the smaller ones, but we have had students, I think, who have cut their posters, like designed them to cut in half and then laminate each
Hmm.
half. And you can do that, correct?
Yes. Hmm.
Okay, okay. Um, Also, will this work for a PowerPoint slideshow or is that a different program?
So for for this, give me just a second. So this is actually PowerPoint. When you download it, it downloads it as a PowerPoint presentation. So say if you wanted to send it to us, all we'll do is change it to a PDF, which you can do on PowerPoint as well. You can just save it as a PDF. Let's see. Down here, you can choose PDF, and then it'll save as a PDF like that. So that's the best way for us to print it. Otherwise, we'll just change it for you.
Okay. How would you make it into like multiple slides if you're
Yeah.
going to do a presentation?
Yeah. Sure. Sure. So if you do want to do extra slides, this button up here, you can change it to no slide, and it pretty much just copies the same format. So it's pretty much the same since we didn't change anything.
Okay.
But if you want a new slide, you just do it here. You duplicate, or if you want to reuse the slide and then change certain things, it'll let you do that.
Okay. Okay. Um, I have several questions because the students are always asking me
Hmm.
when they set this up. On this is a pretty good setup, I think, for the sciences and maybe the social sciences as well. For the humanities, they like a bit less structure.
Hmm.
Um, so can they do that with this? Be more creative with the design of it rather than
Oh
just the
yeah.
colors?
Yeah, and like I said before, you can do it straight from PowerPoint. So if you want
Okay.
to go from scratch, you can. Up here at our design tab, it has a lot of different things you can choose as far as design ideas. So if you wanted backgrounds or anything, even on the left side, it sort of shows you different design ideas. So if you're like from the art department and want to create it like this,
Yeah.
uh, or even media, you can change it however you want. But it's pretty simple. So like these designs, they come with their own slides. So if you do a new slide, there's different type of slides you can do. So like for instance, this one, it has like two content slides. So you can put a graph or picture or video in there as well. So they can do that as well. So they don't have to stick to that format. They can, change it up if they want.
Okay. And
Hmm.
and some of them I know in the past have worked not in PowerPoint but in Publisher,
Yes.
and you all are able to do printing with Publisher. Isn't that correct?
Yes, we are. Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
Is there a preference to one over the other?
We prefer PowerPoint since that's the one we train all of our staff on. But we're able to do Publisher as well.
Okay. Because I imagine it's a matter of which the students have access to or which they usually use in their discipline.
Yes.
Uh,
Hmm.
they're more familiar with. Do you all
And
still have your studio for doing the videos?
yes. So, Since the pandemic happened, we're down to two studios. Our video lab is now our quarantine room. So whenever people return equipment, we let it sit there for a week just as a precaution. And also we turned our audio lab for our GA so they can work in there. So we have two rooms left. We have our presentation capture space room, which actually I'm in right now. That allows them to record any type of video, and we have a green screen behind us. So if you wanted to use that, you can use that as well. I know several teachers are actually using this room to record their classes. They have their PowerPoint behind them, and they can just click through their PowerPoint as they're teaching their lecture session. So you can use that room, and we also have our digital media editing space. That room's a little smaller, and it has pretty much all the programs that we have in the media center. It has a microphone, well, not a microphone, but it does have a webcam with it. So if you need just a small space in order to work on your project, and our lab is open as well. Our front lab is open, and again, we're here if you need any help with assistance. We're definitely free to help out with that as well.
Wonderful. I do assume that you'd prefer they make an appointment.
Yes, that's usually the preferred method, but we definitely take walk-ups as well. I will say it has been more slow, since the pandemic started, but we're welcome to walk-ups as well.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Do you have any recommendations for students of how to make their PowerPoints or their posters, I don't know, more visually impactful or anything, any of
Um,
the types of tips?
my main thing is to keep it structured. Now you do have different ones like this, where they automatically do the design for you. That's why I usually love to go to the design slide here, and they pretty much just allow you to create your design how you want it. I guess the biggest tip I would give is to make sure everything is legible and readable. Sometimes when you have different backgrounds, they may mesh. So let's say we put this. Let me see, bring it. So let's say we were to put this here. It looks a little hard to see the green writing over the ocean. So I'll just make sure that wherever you put your title or whatever text, that you make sure the black background matches it as far as legibility, being able to read it.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well,
Mhm.
let somebody else jump in here for a minute.
Sure.
Emily or Jesse or Patricia, do you have questions? Okay. Emily says she's fine for now. Jesse, any questions? She may not with the storm. Yeah, she's cutting in and out.
All
I'm
right.
afraid
No
that's
problem.
probably good for most people, but
Oh
uh,
yeah, no problem.
yeah. Danielle, do you have anything that you might recommend since you've been doing posters for undergraduate research for years? I don't know if you're still with us or we may have lost Danielle as well. Oh, wait. She's cutting in and out, I think.
Uh-huh. No problem.
So we are, if they come down there and just ask you for, like, they want to do a 3-minute video,
Hmm.
um, and they have no idea how to do it,
Okay.
you all will walk them through it or at least give
Oh yeah,
them,
yeah. Yeah,
okay.
we can definitely help them with that. Again, if they want, they can check out one of our rooms and we'll assist them with creating a video that they want. So one cool thing about our green screen room, they can put anything behind them. So let's say they're doing something for science or biology, they can, have a video of organisms or anything like that. So if you want to, just let them come see us, and we'll help them construct the video. Make sure we'll show them how to edit as well. So if they need any type of clips or anything, we'll show them how to get different resources as far as like stock footage or anything like that. We can help them with that.
Oh, wonderful. Because we do have some requirements on for the symposium, but I'm also thinking for their classes
Hmm.
that this could be very helpful for students to do some of these things um, for when they go out to get the job. I mean, like I said, I think we're all having to investigate more technology and learn how to do this, learn how to do it online.
Hmm.
Um, and I think that's going to be here to stay now that we've gotten it somewhat under control, more
Oh,
than
yeah.
we used to. But I think that this having this technology would be amazing and be able to go into their interview and say, "Hey, one thing I did do was I made this video," you
Hmm.
know, and that's pretty unique.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's very helpful. I know that we get a lot of mass media students through our office. I know for their senior project, they have to create like a reel of all of the things they did in their college career. And they really take to our programs here, the New Media Center as far as Adobe, Photoshop, and Premiere, as far as video editing. But yeah, we've helped a lot of students pre- present like a reel that they can use for their class and for jobs. So that's definitely something we can definitely help them with. Like I said before, we're all available. Um, they can make an appointment with us, or they can just pop up. But yeah, we're definitely helpful in that aspect.
Yeah, and I think even for faculty, honestly, I think you guys are one of the best kept secrets on campus. People don't realize that we can use. I mean, I'm happy to know that some faculty are using your rooms now, and
Oh yeah.
just incorporating this kind of event in it. Now, I guess we should talk a little bit about cost because this is not free.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, do you want to give us kind of a rundown on what the costs are?
Sure, I can do that. Give me just a second. I'll go to our website. So this is our price list. The main thing that we charge for is for our paper costs. Let's say that you wanted a poster. Here's all of our price lists. So let's say if you wanted our standard 22 by 34. If you want lamination, it's 890. If you want it without lamination, which is just the paper by itself, it's 680. Again, we can print different sizes. So if you want a 36 by 48, it's 1680. However, those cannot be laminated since it's above 22 inches. And let's say you bring us a size that's not these two standard size, we can print those as well. So if it's below 24 inches, we can print it, and it'll be 20 cents per inch. And same with this, with if it's 42 inches, is 35 cents per inch. So we have a lot of different methods that you can use, even if you want to get stuff laminated. So say like you've made some different um, presentations, and even just I know we get a lot of teachers that like do different worksheets and forms for kids. They like to get that laminated. So if you just want lamination, it's 70 cents per foot. What we'll do, we'll lay, mostly we can lay two sheets of paper together and it counts as a foot as well. So if you want lamination, we can do that for you as well for 70 cents per foot. We also have foam boards. So if you do get our standard 22 by 34 foam boards, we have white foam boards, which are $5, black foam boards, which are $6. We do have trifold boards. So these, they can put the 34 by 40, I mean, yeah, 34 by 48 posters on. However, we still can't laminate it. So for those, you may have to tape on, or we'll have to use an ulterior method in order to do those. But we do have trifold boards as well.
Okay.
I know some people, they may have their own foam board and they can bring it into us, and we'll use adhesion spray for it, and it's just 50 cents per board.
Okay. Yeah,
Hmm.
and as you scroll up on the side there, I noticed, again, I think people don't realize everything you do down there.
Oh yeah.
Just for fun, tell us about your 3D printing.
Okay, so our 3D printing, it is, hold on just a second, get to that. So we do 3D printing. For us, it is 20 cents per gram. So let's say that you bring us an object that you want it printed. We'll load it up on our printer. It gives us a rough estimate of how much it weighs. But if you want to print it out, we'll print it out for you. We'll put it on our scale just to measure how much it weighs, and then we'll just charge you by how many grams. So it's 20 cents per gram, which is actually a good deal. But yeah, if you want to 3D print, you can come see us as well. There's a website on our form here on our webpage, which gives you a lot of different places where you can get 3D printing examples. So if you want to download one of these objects, for example, we have different puzzles that you can use that you can 3D print with us. So if you want to download any of these, we do have a rule, as long as it's not copywritten work. So if it's like something from Disney or Star Wars or some type of thing that doesn't belong to you, you have to be a little careful with that. Thingiverse does have a lot of free content, but at the same time, they do sometimes upload things that are copyrighted as well. So if
Right.
you're interested in 3D printing, definitely come see us.
That's wonderful. Do you have the same copywriting issues with your the PowerPoints and the posters? Should students be concerned about that as well?
For posters, it's the same thing. As long if you own the content, then we can print it. So if it's like a picture of a celebrity or someone famous that you don't know, then we probably can't print it. We usually look over them just to make sure that we are able to print them. But if it is something that's not that you don't own or don't own the content, then we probably can't print it.
Okay, but they'll be able to go and like get something off of the internet, or
Yeah.
as long as
Hmm.
they, I know a lot of times in the symposium, as long as they have cited it on their poster or in their
Yeah.
PowerPoint.
Hmm.
So, okay,
Oh yeah, yeah. Now
okay.
we do have our copyright policy on our main webpage.
Oh, that's good.
So if you do have any confusion of what we can and can't do, you can go here. We also have a lot of resources that are copyright free. So if you want different music or photos or videos, you can use these different resources to get content from.
Oh, wonderful,
Hmm.
wonderful. Well, that's very helpful. And I should say that for the symposium, Paul, again, this year we are not going to be printing the posters. Usually we pay for them. The council
Gotcha.
has a budget to pay for them. But I know for classes and things like that, you may have to pay for yourself, or maybe the department will have a budget. And, students
Hmm.
should check with that before they decide to
Oh
use
yeah.
just to use.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Well, anybody else? Jeremy, do you have anything else to tell us? This has been so fascinating. I mean, just to get all this information, especially, I do want to try the 3D printer one of these days.
Oh yeah. We'd love to have you. That's pretty much it. Again, we have a lot of different services. Other than 3D printing and poster printing, we have binding. Again, we have equipment checkout. So if you're interested as well in that, we can do that. Like we said, you can request our rooms. For our room reserves, you can either email us or fill out our form for room requests. You just fill this out, say which room you want, and then we'll be able to do that as well.
Wonderful. Well, I'm hoping that we'll all get more familiar with this. At
Oh
least
yeah,
I will get more familiar with it.
yes
Um,
ma'am.
this is a great resource.
Mhm.
Jeremy,
Yes
quick
ma'am.
question.
Hmm.
If somebody wanted to meet with you or to go over design or something else, but didn't actually want to go into the physical space of New Media Center, would they
Hmm.
be able to set up a meeting online some way?
Yeah. Yeah, we do have a virtual client. Either we'll set up a Blackboard collaborative meeting like we are now, or we'll find another way that they're able to meet virtually. But yeah, we can definitely do that as well. Yeah, they just have to email us and just tell us what their needs are, and we'll get all the resources together, and then we'll meet with them that way.
Excellent. Thank you, Jeremy.
Uh-huh.
Those are
Okay,
great
so.
questions.
So Patricia has a question. Could you explain how to loop all your slides with animations, etc., for your whole presentation? So sure, yeah, I can go over that. Give me just a second. Get back to PowerPoint. Let's see. I'm going to insert a shape. Uh, we'll just use this for now. So, they do have different animations. And it's simply by clicking on animations. Now there's different ones. So for example, they have fly-ins. So it flies in like that. They have different ones here. You can use. These just pretty much effects. And they have different ones as well. So you're asking, can we loop them for the whole presentation or just for the initial one? Now I know for the initial one, we can do it this way. So when we start the slideshow, it'll come in like that. Just a second. Hold on just a second. Okay, got you. So yeah, so if you want to do different animations for slides, let me go to PowerPoint. And then we have, so that's where you'll control it here. Once you click on slideshow, you can choose how you want it to loop. So for example, you can click on rehearse timings. Uh, no, that's not it. Show one. Give me just a second. Okay, yeah. So let's say you wanted everything to fly in, and actually, let me do the other one. Let's save. We'll go to the one we already designed here. Okay, so let's say that you wanted these animations to loop. All you have to do is click on it here and choose how you want it to animate. If you want it to start with the previous one, you can do it here. And here's where you can control how long it does it for. So let's say you wanted it for like 2 seconds. It'll do it that long. So when you play it, it'll do it for about 2 seconds. All right, let me read the question again. Okay, so each slide has a different animation. She's tried to have both animations and transitions, different timings, and then the loop all the slides of the whole has had some issues. Okay, got you. So for that, um, that is where you edit it in the slideshow tab. Give me just a second. So you can set up the whole slideshow. If you click here, you can choose all slides, and you can do loop continuously. So if you want it to loop for a certain amount of time, you can do it there. It'll just be set by the first one. So if you want to do it like that, or if you want to do custom, like certain slides you want to stay, let's say we did like 2 to 3, you can do it like that, then okay, and that's how you control on where your loopings are. So again, you can do a custom slideshow. You can add it. So this one allows you to make custom slides. So say you don't want to show every slide that you're using, you can click here and it adds them. So it does it in the order that you want. So let's say you wanted slide 2 first, then like slide 1, you click OK, and then you can start that as well. All right, did that answer your question, Patricia? As far as how to do. Okay, cool. But yeah, as far as slideshows, like we said, you could do different animations. They got path animations, like for instance, you can draw in the path, so it'll sort of zoom in here if you wanted to. So if you want to do that type of animation, you can do that as well. But yeah, they have a lot of different effects. So yeah, that's pretty cool to use. So is there any more questions?
I think that's probably it. We've come a long way since glitter, I have to say. That's that's amazing. I've never done one with animation, but I'll have to try it
Yes,
just for fun.
ma'am. Hmm.
All right. Well,
Oh yeah.
if there are no more questions, and Jeremy, I want to thank you for your time and for being here today. I want to thank everybody who was able to make it through the storm to be here, and this will be archived so that others can get to it. But
Hmm.
Jeremy, thank you for being here and helping us out.
Oh, definitely. My pleasure.
All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good day, and we will see you soon. Thanks for being here.
Take care.